Hello, Earth signs. Welcome to your Hocus Pocus reading here at the Power of Three, April 2025. So we're looking at what Hocus Pocus energy is in your life and where it's coming from. Okay. Hocus Pocus comes in many different forms. Okay. Subtle to, flat out spells. Okay. I don't know what level this is on. Well, I kind of do a little bit, but it's basically the same energy coming through this month. It seems to be a lot of family and tradition and religion and process and stuff like that. So, kind of picking up the same thing here for you guys. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn could be a message here for you. It's still general. So, just take what you can. If it doesn't resonate with you, please support the channel by hitting the like button, especially if you find yourself as a subscriber. You're showing up here each month. Please, it makes a difference. I tried a suggestion from a wonderful person that I'm sure is subscribed to the channel, or maybe they just watched and heard my cry for help in a video, and they suggested that I use a hashtag. I did nothing. Okay. But it takes time. I don't know, and I'll continue to do it. But first video, it did nothing. So it seems to be the views that gets viewed and liked and shared and pushed along. That seems to be what does the trick. So thank you so much to those that do that. And let's proceed with your Hocus Pocus message. From the Holy Spirit, let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Something's creeping you out, or it always has, is what I just heard from when you were a small child. Now, your overall energy is coming from the Sacred Rebels Oracle, and you got receiving. And it's like they're drinking out of like a some sort of handmade bowl or shell or something. I can't quite tell. But that's what leads me to believe that it's some sort of ceremonial process that you are put through, and even the bowl itself is important. And maybe whatever it is that you have to swallow, whether that's literally or just in information, it's not, it scares you. It literally, you've seen and experienced things that you know aren't right. They shouldn't make you feel the way they make you feel. They shouldn't make you feel terrified. So, yeah, I don't know. The supporting energy is from the dark goddess. You got, I don't know if I'm saying this right. It's got little, little in between. So Hine, Hin, Nui, New, T, Po, or however Po with the dash above it. So I don't know whether you say it a different way, but translation, and I'll let you see it for yourself so that you can say it properly if I'm probably butchering it, but it's trust. Okay, so, and especially in religions that we're brought up in, we do these things in blind trust. Um, Now, I know in the religion I was brought up in, it's Christianity. Did I see something that scared, like that, you know, was like horrifying? Yes. So it wasn't through this process, but it doesn't matter. Everybody's process is different, but when the outcome is the same, we're all on different paths. So, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Um, you've been receiving something, and it's time for it to stop. It's time for you to follow that intuition, regardless of whether that intuition and following it goes against everything you've been taught. Let's see what comes out of the Hocus Pocus deck for your highest good. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Thank you so much to the Holy Spirit. My guides and peeps for being here with the air signs, April 2025. What do they need to know at this time about the Hocus Pocus energy that's been in their life probably from birth? Okay, two flipped. You got the Five of Cups, which is the Five of Potions. So it's five, like sadness and regret. Um, I'm not sure why that's here, whether it's just how you feel or what is it they want me to read? The big one in the middle says oil of ball. Our just a minute. Hair of wolf, spider legs, for Billy, bat, wait, bat teeth. Yeah. Anyway, for Billy with a heart on it. Look at this. This one says for Billy. The rest of them are all the other ingredients that you're receiving. And it's scary, right? Bat teeth, oil ball, whatever that is, spider legs, hair of wolf. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Maybe, okay, okay. So what they're saying is the reason this is here is because you have just been recently enlightened about what this is that you've been drinking for your entire existence. And I almost feel a sense of anger because you didn't like it to begin with. It rubbed you the wrong way every single time, more and more as you grew older. And this is the Four of Wands, stability. See, it's where you come from. It's what you were taught. And in your family's eyes, it should be who you are, but it isn't. One more, please, for the air signs. Queen of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. See, it's really, really hard to also kind of rebel against the one that has always cared for you in all the other ways, like, feeding you, clothing you, washing you, making sure that you have what you need. Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles. Since you were a kid, this is your energy. This has always been. It's always been a tradition, but inside of you, from as far back as you can remember, there was something off about the whole thing. It doesn't matter. You were like the white sheep in a crowd of black sheep. I'll just reverse it in a sense. It's like the black sheep, all white, doesn't matter. However that applies for you, okay? Um, maybe you're not familiar with, intuition and spirituality and stuff. So for you, it's like coming completely out of left field, where you actually, it's very easy maybe for them to make you feel out of place, even in your own skin, because you can't explain where this comes from. We're using the double major to clarify, or the hocus pocus, for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For the highest good, please clarify. The Five of Cups. Why is the Five of Cups here? I'm also going to be putting some initials on this after we extra clarify. Yeah. See, you realize now that what has been taught to you could only, this is how it feels. This is what it feels like it comes from. And maybe even the things that are done, and it's okay. It seems to be okay with them. They don't, whether they don't see it or whether they just think that's okay. It's not, it's never been okay with you. Whatever it is, I don't even want to go down it, the rabbit hole here, but it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it's never felt okay for you. Evil, it's always felt evil and dark to you. That's why maybe I said to you, which now explains why I said that you're the white sheep in a pack of black sheep. All the sheep are black, and you're the one white one. Four wands. Holy crap. Okay, the four of wands. Like I said, this is where you come from. This is what you taught. I'm not picking up the same card. There's two of everything in this deck. It is here twice. And you see how the actual devil and the what they're out front, but here it's like he's in the first one. In the first one, it's these ones that stick out. The devil's over here. He's not making himself as visible in what these people here are doing. Okay, under the five of potions, under the influence of whatever it is that you have to drink or take, or and it doesn't even have to be literally physically a drink, okay? But it could be some sort of ceremonial process. Because I feel like that bowl's significant, but it doesn't matter. It could just be the information that you're receiving. And then under your stability, under right, is the actual, this is what it's been about the whole time, and you knew it. But they don't see it that way. They don't see it that way. Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, but not the traditional one that's just sitting in her chair looking pretty. Male or female, take it how it applies. You are your own individual person, and for whatever reason, you're that white sheep in the crowd of black ones. And it like even though it's you're at a place doing it, it's just you to get up out of that chair and fix that situation. When you see something wrong or somebody needs help, whether it's a plant, an animal, a person, you just insinuate yourself and do it, following that push that everybody else around you doesn't seem to have because they're not taught to. And you aren't either, but for some reason it just doesn't it doesn't absorb in like it does with and you're it must be very powerful wherever you are because for this to all come from within because you don't have anything around you influencing you in that. It's trying to influence you in everything about you, the way you were raised, everything. So, and you haven't, maybe you didn't always have the luxuries of um the guidance that you actually, what you know is right. You don't, it's not around you. It all comes from within. Pages forward, see? You don't, it's not an easy time for you around all those black sheep being the white sheep. They are extremely critical and abusive of who you are. They see it. They see that you're not like them. They see that you don't. fall in line with what is taught is right. Look at this. Holy moly, behind that eyes getting pecked out of judgment. See? And they're all of these guys, they're all falling in line. They're all falling in line. All these guys here are all the black sheep. They're not black people, but they're black sheep. They follow the dark way. They don't see it. They really don't. They don't see all the things that you can even flat out give them a good question. You just can't answer it. And then when that happens, it's like they just shift it around like, well, you're questioning it. You're not supposed to question it. What? Anyway, won't go there, but that's what's there. And the star behind that, right? They stand out in an amazing way. Let's extra clarify, and then we'll put the initials on. We're using the Kipper deck. Extra clarify your Hocus Pocus reading, April 2025, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For their highest good. Please. Thank you. Receiving with trust. Imprisonment. That's what it's designed to do. All the information you're given, any sort of ritual things you do, it's all designed to imprison you. And you know it. And you know it. Let's get a letter on that. Dig deep, dig deep. What do you got? Letter V. So that could be, the initial of the Queen of Cups. It could be your initial. It could be, it might not resonate with you. That's okay. Let's keep going. The devil under the Five of Cups. Lovers. See? And that's what's here too. These two right here, right? It's like the whole thing of your existence is based around this, your relationships, how they go, all to imprison you. I'm picking up on cultures than my own that probably, like I say, you're making something for you, and they're probably allowed to treat you any way they want. Uh, Yada yada yada. It's all designed to control, and it's all dark. Let's get a letter. Letter K. Oh, look at this. The devil now under the Four of Wands for stability. And look here. I think it's the Queen of Cups. Mature woman. Now, could either be that, the mature woman, the woman that has, raised you and, your mother or whatever. Or this could be you. Maybe you never married. Maybe you managed to avoid it. Or you married and you got away from it somehow. You had to escape. I just heard some of you may have had to escape that, and now you are a mature woman. Um, Trying to stay away from this regime. I don't know why this is here. Let's see what letters. Get letters on it. Mature woman though, so either it's you as a mature woman that never married, and that's also why you are, see, heavily picked on and judged because you don't follow the rules. Okay? How dare you stand up for yourself? How dare you not follow everybody else? Letter W, Queen of Wands under the Queen of Cups. Concerned. You even have like like I said, it's hard to turn against the one person that maybe is soft in your heart because they're the ones that fed you, cared for you when you weren't feeling well, yada, yada, yada. So when they come and kindly ask you to follow the rules and do what's asked, it's very, very to go against that and hurt that person, make it seem that way. Because they're only doing it what's best for you and out of concern for you. That's the way they'll bring it across. Will make it hard for you to rebel, right? The letter C is out on the bottom of this deck. More judgment, more judgment. And like I say, there's two people standing here. So this mature woman, you may have married when you were younger, and that might be you didn't stay in the marriage. So that might be why, another reason why you are heavily judged and outcasted, perhaps. Okay, where's signs? Um, so basically it's just the entire generation and your culture and what you were born and raised in is the hocus pocus energy in your life. And it is hocus pocus. Nasty bad. Anyway, asking it is given. Closing this out for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, April 2020. What did they get? A consistent formula. Weird too. See, like the overall energy receiving. Consistent, a consistent formula gives me consistent results, which is what the purpose is. But with you consistently following your intuition, regardless, and not falling for that anymore, same thing applies. So that's the whole point of the culture of it. Consistency, consistency. Well, you apply the same thing to how you really feel. Like learning to understand the basics of mathematics and then having the successful experience of understanding the results of their applications. Once you have a formula for understanding your world that is always consistent, it will yield consistent results to you. I really hope that this hocus pocus was helpful to whoever it was meant to be helpful to. And I hope that you will show the same help just by hitting the like button, making sure you're subscribed, comment if you would like. It's all free. Thank you so much for spending your time here. That is not free. Time is the most precious thing we have, expensive, irreplaceable thing we have on this in this life. So thank you for spending yours here. Until I see you again, please take care of yourself. Bye for now.